Hello and welcome to day 7 of your 30-day yoga journey, Spring Awakening, with me, Noelle. Congratulations on your first week. I hope you feel proud. I'm glad you're still here and I hope you stick around. Today's video is going to be called I Lengthen. So we're going to really focus on finding length in our body, doing, hopefully a full body stretch and kind of letting go of that fiery energy from yesterday, and also having a little bit of fun and still diving into that explorative, curious energy. So if you would like, grab a strap and we will begin on our backs, laying flat on the ground. Take your time getting there. Snuggle your shoulders beneath you once you land. Relax any tension in the face and the jaw and begin to connect to your breath. Inhale, reach your fingertips up overhead. Take a big full body stretch. And then relax your arms to your sides. I lengthen. Maybe you set an intention for your practice or for your day, even if it's just to stay connected and stay present throughout this practice. Okay, inhale, bend your right knee and bring it in towards your chest. Point and flex your toes, maybe do a couple ankle circles. And then find your strap, or you can, if you're using your strap, take it on the bottom of your right foot as you straighten and lengthen that right foot. If you don't have a strap or if you don't want it, you can take your hands behind your thigh. And if you don't have a strap, just to add a little fun, you can point and flex your toes, the one that is specifically in the sky, to do some neural flossing. Or just make sure you keep active energy in that foot. Making sure you're not hyperextending in your knee, but having a soft bend in that knee at all times. Slightly tuck your chin in towards your chest. Soft gaze or close your eyes here. Feeling the earth beneath you, its support. Not forcing anything. And then exhale, unravel, bringing your right foot back to the earth, and then bringing your left knee in towards your chest. Once again, finding some active energy in your feet here. And then when you're ready, reach those left toes up towards the sky, either grabbing your strap or just holding onto the back of your thigh here. Trying to keep your shoulders grounded into the earth. Keeping active energy in that leg that's on the earth too. So whether you point or flex the toes, just make sure there's that active energy. And you stay here either with your strap or maybe playing with that extension and flexion in your foot, doing that neural floss exercise once again. A slight bend in that knee that's up towards the sky. No hyperextension or flexion in that knee. And then slowly, slowly unravel, Maybe shimmy out the hips a little bit, shake out the palms, shake out the feet. And then take your time as you rise up and find yourself in an all fours position. So hands beneath the shoulders, knees beneath the hips, spine is nice and long. Find a couple cat-cows if you'd like. Some intuitive movement in the spine. Not too worried about the shape, but listening to your body. And then from here, we're going to extend the left leg out long and the right arm in front. And so we're going to actually raise that left leg off the ground. So you're in this hovered half table. Right fingertips are reaching towards the top of your mat, and the left foot is pressing out into the air towards the back of your mat. Spine nice and long, core is engaged. And you breathe. Breathe into your strength. Breathe into your length. And then plant that right palm back down and bring that left foot out towards the side. I'm going to turn so I can face you. So you're on the knife edge of your left foot and you are bent in that right knee. Take a look at the screen at any point if you need to in this open leg shape here. Inhale, reach your left fingertips up and towards the sky. Easy twist. And then exhale, bring your left hand to your hip and then your right hand to your right hip. And so now we're kind of standing in this posture a little bit. Inhale, float those left fingertips towards your left knee and reach your right fingertips up and overhead, finding this juicy side body stretch. Inhale, find some more expansion, find some more length, and then exhale as you get a little deeper into your stretch here. Inhale, reach your hands up and into center once again. And exhale, float the right palm to the earth and then reach your left fingertips up and overhead towards the top of your yoga mat. Side body stretch once again on the other side. And then bring your left fingertips down, crawl your fingertips up in front of you, and find this extended puppy posture. So your head comes towards the earth, you melt your heart down. Inhale, maybe you find length once again. Maybe you come onto your fingertips, and then exhale as you melt your heart towards the earth. If the knee ever gets a little uncomfortable, you can grab a towel or a blanket or even roll your mat over itself to create a little extra cushion. All right, then coming back to your hands, we're going to come to the top of our mat once again. So our hands are in front of us in like an all fours position, and we're going to curl those left toes under and reach that right foot up towards the sky, finding a three-legged dog. Left foot on the ground, right foot reaching, reaching, reaching. Finding length from the tip of your toes to the tip of your fingers. Exhale, listen carefully. We're going to come onto the knife edge of that back foot as we bring our right knee up and in towards the outside edge of our left mat, fallen triangle. Take a look at me if you need to. Right hand on the earth, left fingertips up towards the sky or reaching up and overhead. Nice and strong. Body's super open. So much length, and then you're going to float all the way down, bringing your left hand either to your left shin, your left thigh, and reaching up and over towards your left foot. And then you can also play with putting your left hand on top of your right thigh. If you need to look, go ahead. Juicy, juicy side body stretch here. Inhale, come up back to center. Bring your right foot into your left thigh. So you're going to find this Janu Sirsasana position. Inhale, reach your fingertips up towards the sky. As you exhale, fold over that left knee, knee towards the nose, but don't force it. Maybe you find a slight bend in the knee, or maybe you melt forward. Inhale, rise up. And make your way back into an all fours position, facing the back of your mat. Take it to the other side. So find your all fours position, and when you get there, extend your right leg out long. Maybe you rock forward and backwards a few times, and then extend your left hand up towards the top of your mat. And then when you're ready, lift your right toes off the ground, finding this like hovering table position here. Breathe into that length. Breathe into that strength. And then when you're ready, plant your left palm back onto the earth, and then come onto the knife edge of your right foot, coming into this like gate variation pose here. So now we're on our left knee. Hands are on the earth. Spine nice and long. And when you're ready, inhale, reach your right fingertips up towards the sky, finding an easy twist in this gate variation. Exhale, bring your right hand to your right hip, left hand to your left hip as we rise up. Amazing work. Finding that extra padding if you need it before we slide our right fingertips down towards our right toes as we reach our left fingertips up and overhead. Side body stretch. Gazes at the sky. Exhale, unravel as you plant your left palm to the back edge of your mat, reaching your right fingertips up high or up and overhead. Side body stretch to the right. Well, right side body stretch, but we're reaching towards the left. Gaze at the ground or at the sky. And then floating that right hand back to the earth, crawling your fingertips up in front of you again, finding that extended puppy variation. Inhale, find length in the spine. Exhale, melt your heart towards the earth. Forehead maybe comes down to the earth, maybe it doesn't. Find what feels good in your body today. Maybe you bring a block under your forehead if that's available. And then bringing your fingertips back towards the back of your mat, finding them underneath your shoulders once again. Curl your right toes under and reach that left foot up towards the sky, three-legged dog. Right heel is coming towards the earth. Hands are gripping your mat. Ears are in line with your shoulders. Left toes are pointing, reaching. And then exhale, bring it in, and then lift. Come on the outside of your right foot, bringing that left foot to the outside of the right side of the mat, coming into your fallen triangle on this side. Left hand grounding in the earth. Right fingertips reaching up towards the sky or up and overhead. This beautiful, beautiful fallen triangle shape. So much length, so much space, so much strength. And then floating so gracefully down to your bum, reaching towards your left toes so your right hand can come to your right big toe, your shin, your right thigh, or maybe even it comes to your left thigh for a little bit of a deeper stretch. So finding what feels good here. And then rising back up towards center, bringing your left heel the left foot into your right thigh, finding your Janu Sirsasana facing the front of the mat once again. Inhale, reach your fingertips up towards the sky. Exhale, fold over that right knee. Inhale, maybe you find length in the spine once again. And then we fold. Connecting back to the breath if you lost it. Inhale, rising up. Reaching that left foot out long. Reach your fingertips up towards the sky. And then bring them in front of you as you slowly, slowly roll all the way back down onto your back. Feeling a nice little massage in the spine on your way down. And then inhale, reach that left knee in towards your chest once again. As you exhale, supine twist to the left, bringing your arms into T-shape or cactus, bringing your gaze over towards the right shoulder. Active energy in that left foot as we start to cool down and close the practice. Nice, short and sweet practice today. Softening your gaze or closing your eyes. When you're ready, come back to center. Both legs out long, and then bring your left knee in towards your chest and bring it over to the right side body. Supine twist towards the right. Arms in that T shape or cactus. Gaze is at now your left arm. Active energy in that right foot. Allowing the breath to soften, the face to soften. Maybe your mind starts to get nice and quiet. Inhaling, coming back to center. Bring both knees in towards your chest. And I invite you to take a nice self-hug here. Getting a nice stretch in the lower back too. Maybe rocking gently side to side. Maybe you play a little bit with a happy baby, extending one leg and then the other, grabbing your big toes or the outside edges of your feet. Who cares what you look like? Who cares? If I can do it on the screen, you can do it at home. Yes, silly goose. But no matter where you find yourself, this is going to be your last invitation for any other postures maybe your body is asking for. Maybe you stay in this self-love hug for an extra beat. Or maybe you come into a beautiful, beautiful Shavasana. Enjoying 5 to 10 minutes of pure sanctuary within. Softening and melting into the earth. Giving thanks for your body and for this journey that we're taking together. Keeping an open mind for what's yet to come. Staying curious, staying open. Leaving judgment at the door. stay here or slowly bring yourself back up to a comfortable seat of your choice. I lengthen. Maybe coming back to your intention, or if you were working with a mantra today, I invite you to take some time to journal, maybe meditate, like I said, bringing your hands to heart center, tucking the chin slightly. Thank you so much for joining me for one whole week of yoga practice. I'm so happy you're here, and I can't believe there's just still so much to go. I can't wait. I hope you guys are enjoying the journey so far, and I'll see you tomorrow for day 8.